The Department of Education will not retract its decision to open the classes on August 22 amid calls for postponement. Mayan Corvera reports.
The Department of Education has rejected calls by private schools and the Teachers' Dignity Coalition to defer its plans to start classes on August 22 in order to prepare for the resumption of face-to-face classes. Vice President and Education Secretary Sara Duterte says President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has already approved the school opening and a corresponding department order has been issued. Duterte says schools have an option to use the blended modality from the school opening in August until October 31. Based on DEPED Order Number 34, Series of 2022, conducting in-person or face-to-face classes is mandatory starting November 2.
Hanggang doon lang po muna tayo dahil wala pong, nangyari lang po sa atin na meron tayong inallow natin in general sa lahat ng schools ang ating full online classes was during the pandemic, and before the pandemic wala po tayong guide sa ganito.
DEPED's recommendation for full face-to-face classes was based on the study and recommendations of health experts. Compared to the pandemic situation in 2020, the Vice President says the country has now vaccines and medicines to combat COVID-19, and everybody, including the children, knows how to wear face masks.
Kapag nagka-COVID ang isang learner o ang isang bata ay mataas ang recovery niya, and usually mild ang case niya, and pangatlo is that extremely rare ang deaths sa mga bata kapag sila ay naka-COVID. Ang problema po natin dito ay hindi po ang mga bata, pero yung mga high-risk individuals at individuals with comorbidities na meron pong interaction sa mga bata na unvaccinated.
The Vice President guaranteed there will be no discrimination against learners who are unvaccinated, and they will not be obliged to avail vaccine. The DEPED will hold the schools responsible for implementing rules on social distancing depending on their capacity. Schools like Lucrecia Senior High School in Quezon City have started preparing for the full implementation of face-to-face classes. Previously, students observed a 2-meter distance, but it will be reduced to 1 meter.
Ne-prepare po namin yung mga kakailanganin po, like yung pagsunod po sa mga minimum health and safety protocols. Naglagay na po kami ng mga markers, tapos yung mga hand washing facilities po, hinahanda po namin, yung isolation room, yung pong clinic namin, yung po sa disaster risk reduction, hinahanda po namin. And then, nag-request na rin po kami sa DICT ng free Wi-Fi.
Students will also be obliged to bring their own food since the school canteen will not be open to avoid possible exposure. The teachers agree with Vice President Duterte that in-person classes are more effective when it comes to teaching the students.
Truthfully, learning losses sa mga bata kapag sila po ay nasa online classes or nasa distance learning. So, hindi ko lang po ma-cite yung title ng research paper sa ngayon, but yun po yung nakita nila doon, yun po yung conclusion ng kanilang research. At ang nakalagay pa doon is that it is more pronounced in learners which are in disadvantaged homes. So, ibig sabihin po nun, it is worse doon po sa ating mga pamilya na naghihirap.
Mayan Corvera reporting for Mata ng Agila International, trusted, connected, on point.